Good morning, Capricorns. How are you all, my fellow Capricorn lovers? I am one of you. If anybody's listened to Lunatic Astrology, Lori Lothian, she's awesome. I adore her. Along with Candace Marie, Cam White. I sometimes tune into Nadia Shah, sometimes tune into Astrolata. There's my top picks for Astro, but she's an Aquarius rising, and Lori Lothian always says, I'm one of you. So Capricorns, I'm one of you. I've been sharing on Instagram, on TikTok, and here on the YouTube this morning. And there's some interesting energies afoot this week. But this is your December 2023 reading. We're coming to the end of the year, soon approaching your birthday season. So I will be going live for the January 2024 readings. And Capricorn, I'm going to go live for you guys. So keep an eye out. I'll try to do a little preemptive message to let you guys know when I'm going live. I'm still consolidating the flow and endeavoring to stay really consistent for you guys. So here we are, December for Capricorns. I'm recording this right at the end, November 27th. This is the happy Gemini full moon. I say that. I'm wishing you a happy full moon. I can't guarantee it's going to be any good for you. Okie dokie. So, divine guidance and loving clarity. Divine guidance and loving clarity. So let's see. I'm hoping you guys can still hear me. I don't know if my computer volume has to be off because you could hear that message come through. Actually, what I'll do is okay. Capricorn, let's get into your cards. Divine guidance and loving clarity. You guys can find all the info in the description box. Divine guidance and loving clarity for my Capricorns. Divine guidance and loving clarity for the month of December 2023 and or whenever you're guided to this reading and it's meant for you. Divine guidance and loving clarity for anyone resonating with Capricorn. Whoosh! Major Arcana, brand new beginning, the Fool. This feels like a bit of a relief. I'm an intuitive reader, by the way, if I didn't mention that. So like it's not traditional tarot. I'm not doing any kind of traditional spread, and I can often be interpreting the cards pretty intuitively, meaning they're not always gonna look like a traditional interpretation. It's like you're letting go. Ooh, yeah, there's some letting go of some past dreams. And also maybe belief systems, like you're finally letting go of so this is kind of a clear, this is like a dream that's connected to a false sense of yourself. Maybe a dream that's connected to a maternal lineage person, a female in your life, a mother, a grandmother, so it's a dream attached to like your connection to this energy or to this person, or simply it's all kind of connected, but like a false sense of yourself, like a dream you once wanted, you're realizing isn't necessarily what you really want now. It's like who you thought you once were. So the new beginning is here. I'm hearing that Fleetwood Mac song, You Can Go Your Own Way. You can go your own way, go your own way. That one. Okay, let's get a few more cards for clarity for the month of December for Capricorn. Some of you guys might get a disappointing message around travel, or some of you could have some issues around travel, like you're booking a trip and you don't booking a trip and then there's like travel disruptions and that creates a lot of anxiety. This is burdensome. I almost want to say maybe don't travel if you can avoid it. What's the Hierophant doing here? There is some sort of burden. Maybe, okay, this is like an example. You're expected to go back for a family get together for the holidays and you're like, oh God, I don't want to, but I have to. So you book the trip and chaos ensues, or like you get a message from the airline being like, your flight has been canceled, or something like this. Okay, but the layer of the Hierophant being there is sort of making me think like there is a higher purpose to all of this. So like try not to stress out too much. So this is definitely like getting ready to travel, getting some plans in action to take a trip to go travel, and then it's just one thing after another. It's creating a lot of anxiety, a lot of like mental disturbance, a lot of like, oh fuck, like I don't want to go, or I don't want to deal with that. And then higher power comes in. What's the Hierophant? Hierophant has something to do with letting go of the burden. It's almost like saying like, if you don't want to go, don't go. Go another time. Go whenever you want. Release the burden. Here we go. This is that layer of like, am I speaking to myself? It's like, release the burden. You don't have to work so hard. Honestly, you release the burden, you're joyful, awesome, everything life is landing. You trying to please everybody all the time, or you trying to please some authority, which could be the familial dynamic, which could be the societal construct. Okay, let's go play happy family for whatever. These are always just examples, obviously, right, of how these energies might be playing out in our different lives. But there's definitely something burdensome, possibly connected to some tradition or higher authority, even our high authority with regards to our perception of our family. Like, my dad wants me there, so I have to go. But for whatever reason, booking the ticket or even approaching to book the ticket creates anxiety. Why? Because there's some burden you're meant to release, and embracing maybe your own inner power. There's like this other message of like, okay, this could be like kind of coming in a different way too, where you're feeling burdened, like, man, I don't really want to do this thing, but I've committed to do this thing, so I'm going to do this thing. But you might have like an inner shift of like, actually, you know what, I'm going to give this back to the Hierophant. I'm going to give all that power back. I need to free myself from this mental strain. And through letting go of that, you embrace the truth of who you are. Taking on past, taking on the other shit, taking on stuff from other people, taking on stuff from our mom and dad, taking on all the stuff from society. Even the idea of having to celebrate a certain way over the holidays. If it's just creating more stress for you, why? Why do it? So it's almost like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Because I'm really getting this feeling, it's kind of sideways. I'm really getting this feeling that this is just going to be a moment of, no, somebody is like, well, yeah, but you, no. There's a firm, because also there's the Star Queen of Swords. There's some, and a Fool. The Fool's not taking a bunch of stuff from their past. They're like, I'm going to break out. I'm going to have a brand new fresh start, because this other stuff I just can't carry anymore. And the delight that I get to share with you on this occasion, Capricorn, is that when you let go, everything you could have dreamed of, everything you could have wanted is going to manifest. It's like the wind. It's like, I want to say windfall, but in a sense, I'm getting like, you have worked for it. It's not like out of nowhere, all of this money comes to me, or, yeah, it's not blindsiding you. It's not some out of the blue manifestation. It's finally going, this isn't serving me. I know what this is now. I've become really familiar with this energy. Been there, done that. Now what? It's like surrendering to the higher power. It's like the stuff you can't control. I'm going to surrender to a higher power and just follow my own will and try to lighten up about it all. Try to have a good time with it all, or be fresh, be open to the new, because it's definitely coming in. Part of the new for you is actually a substantial type of reward energy, because of the good work you've done, because of the energetic, creative work that you've already put in, And you could say on some level, maybe a karmic service, maybe you've been supporting other people, maybe you've been giving a lot to different situations, or even like you might work for an institution, you might work for a certain organization that you have put in so much work, but you've kind of reached an end of working for that person or those people, or working in that way. It's like moving from being employed to being self-employed, for example. I don't want to work for the man. I don't want to have to do their business for them to make more money and for me to be working minimum wage. I want to be the power in my life. That's the shift. Saying all that, there's a substantial releasing. There's like letting go of that creative project, letting go of that affiliation with that business because it's not serving me anymore and I just can't move forward with it. It's creating too much anxiety. I don't want to take that trip. I don't want to serve that family paradigm, or I don't want to serve that social construct because it's fucking weighty. Like it's heavy on my shoulders, and I can serve myself and I can serve the world better by breaking free, knowing I'm in love and supported and abundant with all the people and all the things and all the creatures in my life that I love. I know as I look at, as I am looking at the image showing you guys, that Fool is stepping into the Ten of Pentacles. The reason to me it's a believable energetic framework is that you've already, the Fool is coming from a sense of letting go of some past dreams, which will be painful and bittersweet. Like, oh, I guess maybe I don't actually even want that. Weird. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm letting go of a dream. I'm letting go of who I thought I maybe once was, or who I was pretending to be to try to fulfill maybe someone else's dream. Fool card is giving you a brand new golden ticket, a permission slip. Okay, take a few bits and bobs, take your creative life force, take your most cherished companion, off you go. And I really am feeling that for you guys, Capricorn. You've got to traverse this little shift on your own. You've got to make the choice on your own. You've got to relinquish the attachment on your own. You got to lay down the burden on your own. And just that courage it takes to position yourself, to have no effing idea where you're going to go, but you're going to be safe and you're going to be protected, lands you in the community that you probably have been looking for, or lands you in the job role or the job title. Because I am getting a change of status here, change of maybe some of you are going to get divorced in a relationship that's been kind of over for a while. Maybe you're going to get married because you're laying down the burden of thinking you have to do everything on your own. And the Hierophant is like, okay, don't travel, don't go away. Why don't you just anchor in this relationship or something? You know, general readings, there could be so many different options in the way that these storylines are playing out, right? Some of you are just really kind of clarifying your perspective. The holiday season can often offer us that time off from work and from the day-to-day grind, and kind of go into that the dark stillness of the winter months. There's more darkness, there's cold, there's a sense of hibernating, and this can also give you a clear perspective of how you want to move forward with greater mental awareness, or simply with better perspective. Again, because you let go of something, you're like, well, I'm not going to go do that, and I'm not going to go back here, and this whole plan creates too much anxiety. And then this new beginning, this Fool energy, this going in this direction feels fantastic. It feels really free, even though I have no idea where it's going to lead. That's probably the one for me. And again, it lands you in that Ten of Pentacles, which would say, like, whatever it is you've been working on, you taking that leap is going to land you into something you probably deeply yearn for on a soul level. Not who you thought you were, not who society made you think you were, on a deeply soul level. I think a lot of you have probably been doing some shadow work. Yeah, outworking some inner conflicts of creative deservingness, of belief in yourself. and the good work you do. And some of you are definitely stepping into community. I cannot mic this up. So many readers say that, and I really res is like, sometimes you're doing a reading and pulling cards where you're just like, dang, the card completely reflects where the affirmative knowing was going already. Bees can often be representative of community. They work in a synergistic relationship into the whole. Bees are very representative of that the one represents the whole, and they serve the queen. And then the abundance card comes up. It's gorgeous. It's like the community and all the wealth and abundance right here for you. Right here for you, Cappies. All you got to do is let go of the past. All you got to do is let go of the bird. I say that. All you got to do. But we all know it's not necessarily that straightforward all the time. It's not always that easy. And yet sometimes it is. Sometimes it's as easy as saying, no, I don't want to do it that way. You know, who would have thought that we're in a time where simply saying no or going in a different direction could radically alter the shape of our lives and how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about life. Rejuvenation card keeps coming up. Let's all have a bit of hibernating time in these winter months. Wow. Ooh, Cappy. So there's this like abundance and community. And then I got this sustainer card, which is really making me think, wowzer, some of you guys are really leading something and you're the ones holding it all together. Not to put any pressure on you, Capricorn. But this is an element. This isn't the whole. So there's one aspect of the way that you're working that you're letting go of. And then another maybe attachment, mental attachment to a past construct that you thought you wanted that you don't want anymore. That might help you also let go of this. So if I don't want that, then I don't need to work like this. Sweet. Freedom. Oh, cool. And then time off, rejuvenate, heal, reset. Self-reflect, vision, meditate, right? Have a think about where you are now, where you want to go from here, what you want to take with you, what you don't want to take with you. And then for some of you, that sustainer card is just gonna be sense like, wow, you're the one holding all the power. And there is something about the sustainability, what you're creating for yourself, trust in that. And that's part of these nice big shifts where you're like letting go of stuff and then bosh, just step into it. You're in the new world. You've got everything you need, you got all the people you need in a good community. There's a spiritual abundance, which is always going to manifest in the real time in the form of more support, more money, more good people, feelings of ease and feelings of freedom. Why? Because you're rejuvenating. This energy is still here. You're working through it. You're letting it go. You're working through it. You're letting go of old dreams. The Fool is like a rebirth. The Fool, you're just brand new, and you're going to have different perspectives of things. More often, they're going to be better perspectives, clearer perspectives, maybe a bit wiser. And certainly, it's about having the tools to work out that conflict as and when it comes up, because it does and it will. I think it's just part of the human experience, right? But all of that is sort of invoking somehow threads of this new creativity. Like it's like for some of you, there could be a pretty different way that you start showing up, right? Like you're going through all these shifts, and then suddenly in your creative professional life, you could start showing up really differently, which obviously then could have that knock-on effect of greater wealth, more business, more abundance. Yeah, I'm getting from that Six of Swords, it's almost like part of that clarifying process. It could be that the Fool energy opens up the door, and then more people see you, or more people, something like this, which of course then brings in the greater abundance or worth mindset, because the more you're seen, and then there's more work maybe, or more sales, or more you're like, yay, okay, this is more aligned, and this is really lovely, and this is really nice, because you having more just means there's more to share. So that's a fantastic, beautiful way to close out the year, Capricorn. Thank you for your service. Okay, that's it, Capricorn. Happy December. Let me know if that resonates with you guys. I love and appreciate you all so much. Look after yourselves. Have a safe and happy holiday season. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the dailies, in the monthlies, and of course, next month, January 2024. Should I do a yearly reading? Let me know. I haven't even put that out there to like any of the other signs, I don't think, but I'm thinking, should I do a yearly read for each sign, or maybe a yearly read for the collective? Anywho, talking out loud. Have a great month.